Hey everyone, it's Erin from PTB. So, if you're watching any of these videos, chocolate chip cookie, you're probably sick and tired of seeing the heart magnets, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you order the wrong size. You have some extras laying around. So, this video is going to be about priming. So, priming, you can really apply this to any and all shapes, no matter if it's 6-inch, 12-inch paint kit, 24-inch door hanger, whatever it may be. This is priming 101. Okay, so question, why do we paint? Really great question. The reason why we paint is, or prime, paint, whatever, is because this metal, it's pretty dull. It has a paint grip on it, so it's really dull, just on looks. Now, if you are wanting to do more of a rustic style, kind of like my word, believe or breathe or whatever I got up there, you don't have to prime it. If you're doing something more rustic where you want the metal to show through, don't prime it. But typically most people want a bright color coming out from the whatever paint, whatever design they do. So they opt to prime. And so I'm going to talk about all the priming. So that's the why. And we're going to talk about Erin's way of priming. So 4 years now of PTB, I've learned a few things. I don't think we've been able to come back from any mistakes, but maybe one. There's one. It was yeah. I couldn't save that one. But priming is the easiest part because so whether you have a paint kit or whether you're in workshop, we are going to be using white primer, and we exclusively use Kilz because it is the one that I have found that has the best consistency, the best coverage, and just provides a really great base coat. So so what you're gonna do, you're gonna load up, not super load up. I'm gonna take some of that off. If you have a 24-inch, you can super load up. But I only have a 6-inch shape, so we're not super loading that up. So the first coat of primer is always going to go left to right. Okay? And it does not have to be pretty. This is just primer. It is just putting down a base so that your colors of paint are brighter. And you'll have to excuse me, it's a little harder to paint a 6-inch shape. So, okay. So as you can see, and you can tell from this video right now, it's stripy, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be super opaque. It doesn't have to be uniform, anything like that. Now, there's 2 ways you can dry paint, and if you've been to workshop or if you've done a paint kit with me, First one is just to walk away, totally cool, and come back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Go walk the dog, go take the trash out, go clean your room. Whatever the case may be, go start dinner, So, but the other option, which is usually the preferred method of most people, is to grab your hair dryer. So you can use any hair dryer. This is my trusty hair dryer from the Dollar General because, let's be honest, I didn't need anything fancy for in here. And my cool button, I have to hold in. So you must use the cool button, and here's why. If you do not use the cool button, it'll blast hot air. What happens to metal when it gets warm? It expands. So when the metal is expanding, the paint cannot adhere to the metal. Even with the best paint grip, it's not going to stick. So we need to keep the metal cool. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this right now. And so you can kind of see about how long I dry it with a hair dryer if you are so inclined. Okay, so as you can see, we keep our coats of paint super thin. Like I said, not perfect. The other thing, so then we're gonna do a second coat. So you saw that it only took a good hot 20 seconds or so with the hair dryer, and that should be about average, well, for a 6-inch shape. Obviously, it'll take a little longer if you have a large shape. Second coat, you're gonna go up and down. So the reason why we switch directions is because it does provide a little bit more coverage than as opposed to if you went the same direction as you did before. Okay, so I'm gonna do this real quick. All right, some people like to do their edges of their shape. Normally if it's a door hanger, I don't get too excited about it, but this is a magnet fridge, so I am gonna go ahead and just kind of run some white along the edge. So, all right, and see, there you go. That's all it needs to be. That's all that your primer has to be. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it does not have to be super opaque. This is perfect because now when you put a color on top of it, it's really gonna pop against the white, okay? So that is our priming video. Thanks, guys.